But you can't scream about democracy and then have a guy run the table like this and not say, well, it's a mandate, right? Is that right or wrong? Is it a mandate?
Yes, the Harvard Institute of Politics student president came out with an op-ed today talking about how they weren't going to forego democracy for the sake of nonpartisanship. Set aside that they might have wanted to talk to a lawyer before saying their nonprofit was now going to be a partisan organization. But the idea that you're going to be pro-democracy by not giving a voice and allowing other students to hear from speakers that belong to the party that just won through a democratic process, like that's where the left has a problem. They become the party of the faculty lounge. They're so condescending. They're so arrogant. And again, not to beat the dead horse, the whole point is to be exclusionary. They're not accidentally exclusionary. It's the mission statement.
Yeah, no, I mean, I saw Kamala was on Saturday Night Live, as the losing candidate often is. It worked so well for Hillary. Let's run that back. And it just made me think, I'm sure every single member of the Saturday Night Live cast was a Harris supporter. But what if one of them wasn't? What if one of those cast members was for Trump? Would they have felt comfortable saying so? I really don't think so. They would have had to keep it to themselves. That's not a good place for us to be. I remember when, and that happens even more on the left. And I remember when Elon Musk hosted, and this is well before he was a Trumper. This is 3 or 4 years. He was just the richest man in the world. And a number of the cast members on Saturday Night Live, like, they didn't want to deal with him. They didn't exactly boycott, but they made it plain. And I was thinking, really? You have Elon Musk on your show for a week. You could talk to one of the most interesting, brilliant people the world has ever produced, even about this issue that bothers you so much, that he's so rich and lots of people aren't. But no, you don't want to even deal with him. That's what I hate about the left. You're brats. You're brats and you're snobs, and people don't like that.
And not in the brat summer way.
Not in a brat. That's right, not brat summer.
Look at the dating.
Look how good that worked.
Look at the dating numbers. Liberal women won't be friends with, won't date a conservative man. It's not good for our society if you've replaced religion with politics, and we're becoming a post-racial society, which is a good thing.
Yes.
But it's being replaced with this diploma divide where you have, again, this like arrogant, condescending group that says if you don't vote the way we do, you're a fascist, you're Hitler, you're Hitler-like. It's 1933 again, as Jen Rubin from the Washington Post tweeted yesterday. During the attack on Jews in Amsterdam, she's tweeting about how it's 1933 here. Let's look at Europe for a second.
In some ways, he is Hitler-like. I'm sorry, but that's just true. Not Hitler, but
you know, just because someone voted for
he says he likes their generals. You know, I mean, that's Hitler-like. I wish I had his generals.
Because someone voted for Trump, you don't get to then ostracize them from polite society.
I agree. And also, like, the problem with the left is that they don't want to deal with anyone who just likes Trump. I've been saying this for years. You can hate Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country, and they're not all bad people. Politics isn't an extension of a person directly like that. Yes, it's easy for you to think you're better than Trump. He steals from charities and suggests shooting protesters in the legs. It's not a high bar. But that's not who these people are.
You know who ended the character debate in this country? It was the left with Clinton, right? I mean, they're the ones who said character didn't matter in the White House, and now suddenly they think character matters a lot. I thought character mattered the whole time.
Well, Clinton has a way better character than Trump. Bill Clinton and Donald Trump? What was Bill Clinton's giant character flaw? He likes pussy. Oh.
Pussy that doesn't like him back, by the way. He was accused of rape pretty credibly.
That's true. That's true.
And the left told us he was the feminist president, that we were supposed to get behind him as women because otherwise you were a traitor to your gender. And by the way, people who didn't vote for Kamala Harris, I'm seeing a lot from the left say that it's because they're sexist. No! You don't have to vote for the woman who's only been in campaigning for 3 months because the dude put her in a position to fail.